Hey, Stampin' friends! Welcome to the Joy Stamp with Rachel. I'm Rachel Coon, and today is Fun Fold Friday. Today we'll be using an online exclusive product called the Simply Sparkling Stamp Set or Bundle. If you get the dies are amazing, and that's what we're going to be featuring in our video today. See all of our different shapes here. When you watch this, be sure to comment because one lucky person will get the card I'm making in the video today. If you don't have any of these supplies, don't worry, you can get them from my online store. And if you shop with the Hostess Code for November, I'll send you some extra happy mail. All right, let's go and get started. Let me show you about this card. It's a very simple easel card, but the wow is in these dies here. I'm just in love. So an easel card, all we do is add extra score. So that's what we did to this one. So it will allow it to pop up. So that will sit on a desk nicely. You can see we turn it and creates a little triangle here. I do have a little bit of stamping in the inside. It says, "You're so delightful." I love a good pun. So this one is perfect. And look at all this detail though. Look at this amazing paper with the dies that we've created. A blueberry, lemon lime, and a berry soda. All right, let's go ahead and show you the products we use, and you can have links to those products at my online store and on my blog. So if you're like, where did she find that? That is where you will find all the information. So for this one, we have three major pieces of paper. We have our card base, which is in that blueberry bushel. Let me go ahead and start to fold that. There's two score lines, so I have it scored at the 4 1/4, and then I went half of that, which is 2 1/8. And we'll just we'll crease that on that score line as well, just to get it ready to go. Then we'll set it aside. Then we'll have our mat for our basic white, which we'll do a little stamping on, and then a basic white for the inside, which we will attach our little stopper. For easel cards, you have to have a way to prop it open, and the easiest way is to create a little DSP stopper using dimensionals. All right, let's go ahead and do our stamping then. For this one, we're creating 3 different colors of bubbles, and I love the DSP I use for this. It's not traditional, so the paper is actually from the Amazing Suite that has the stargazing. So I'm using the Stargazing Designer Series paper, and if you'll see, I'll flip it over so you can see it's kind of spacey on the other side. And then I'm using the holographic specialty paper, which has that really cool shine there for our pieces that are more metallic. Okay, let's stamp. For this one, we're going to create 3 bubble spots here. And I'm using the Berry Burst for our first one. And grab that, push that forward, there we go. We'll ink this up. And go to that far top right and stamp down there. We want to use this one again, so we're going to go ahead and use our reusable wipe, clean it off, and close up that ink. And we'll go to our next color. I like the lemon lime twist in the center because it has a little bit more detail than the other 2 sodas, and so I like that being more of the focal point. But you can have these arranged in any way that you want. I have my lemon lime twist. For the next one, we'll just do another set of bubbles. We'll wipe it clean and grab our blueberry bushel. So what I love about this card is that all the colors match with the, so like blueberry bushel matches our blueberry card. Lemon lime twist is literally a lime and a lemon. And then we have the Berry Burst, which is a berry. I don't know if you think it's a strawberry, but it's a berry, so that totally works. Maybe it's even a raspberry. All right, that's our blueberry bushel. We're gonna grab our bubbles and stamp that one again in that top left corner there. All right, we're gonna keep this ink out because we're also gonna stamp for the inside our fun pun. And I could switch it up, and I could do extra bubbly in there, birthday wishes, best ever. I'm gonna keep it playful and say, "You're so delightful," because I love a good pun. All right, I'll grab that back in, ink up the same. You're so delightful. I keep on saying a delight, soda. All right, we'll go to the top, middle, and stamp. My tip to you is make sure you stamp this before you add the bottom, just in case you smear it and you need to flip over and try again. While we're here though, we'll go ahead and add that DSP by putting dimensionals on the back. My tip for you for this is you'll notice dimensionals have pointed and flat ends. I'm going to try to have it facing so that there's a flat end on the top where I place it of this hexagon here. And I'm going to put a lot because I want this to be sturdy. This is what's going to prop open our card to create that fun easel. Okay, now remove the backings of each one of these and flip this over. So this one, like I said, this is an online exclusive. You will not see this on any of our catalogs, but only online. Okay, cute, cute. All right, go ahead and we'll add that to the inside of our card so we don't lose it. I like to put a little bit of Stampin' Still Plus in each corner, center, and then we'll grab our card base back in. Center that in so it has borders on all four sides and press down. Okay, that part is ready. Now we do a lot of die making, die assembling. So there's lots of little pieces to this one, which I recommend using liquid glue for. So I'm going to show you how to do it. For this top part, I've die cut that out. I'm not going to put any glue on the bottom of the top of the can here. We'll go just like so. And then the bottom can, and you'll see why in just a second where I didn't want to put any glue on that bottom rim. Okay, this is our berry burst can. I have gone ahead and I did some stamping and die cutting for the straws. And I did it two ways, where I stamped it and then die cut, or I die cut it out and then I stamped it. Because it's photopolymer, you can get away with that. I'm putting just a little bit of liquid glue on the bottom, and then we're going to slide it in to that spot where I did not glue down. If you want to use a glue dot instead to secure that, you totally can, and that would be fine. And same with these little soda pop rings. If you want to use a glue dot instead, you can. I have enough time to let it dry, so I'm putting just a little bit of glue on that very tip and not on the whole thing. So I want it to look like that it can be propped up like so. Oh my goodness, this is so cute. Okay, and then we are going to add some liquid glue to the back of this one. And we'll put it right there. Now we get our strawberry ready, or our berry, depending on what you want to call it. We're going to put a little bit of liquid glue on the back of it and add this cute little stem. I don't want to wait for that to dry, and so what I'm going to do is put a dimensional over that. And because I have this white paper right here, it's okay that you can see the white dimensional through it, because that's how it's going to look anyway. And then I put it at an angle. Okay, let's let that dry for a minute. Set that aside. Actually, let's get it closer so you can see how adorable this one is. Cute, cute. Oh my goodness. Okay, next one. Let's do our lemon lime twist. Let's slide that over and get these pieces off. Okay, same idea. I'm going to put liquid glue this time on the top and the bottom for our holographic parts. The really cool thing about this can die is that it die cuts this whole thing all at once. So the top, the bottom, and the little tab are all being die cut in one fell swoop through the Stampin' and Cut and Emboss machine. So that saves time for sure. Again, little liquid glue for the straw. We're going to slide that under, put it at an angle. So these steps are very repetitive as far as the little ways to set it up. The only differences are the cute little center parts we put. This die cut actually matches nicely with some of these sayings here. So if I wanted this to say Simply Sparkling, I could have done that. Always refreshing, slightly sour, friend would totally fit on this piece here. But I liked it better as a background instead of a greeting. So, but there are definitely lots of options. And I like to have this about top middle. So it's not on the bottom, but more center. Okay, now the way you use this one is up to you. I have some liquid glue in here. We'll attach our cute little lime at an angle, like so. Then we attach our cute little stem for our lemon. Again, that's liquid glue, so it's going to take a time for it to dry. So what I do is I grab my dimensional and say, we'll help you be stronger. And I'll put it on there like that. That helps secure it a little bit faster. Then I can just have this overlap any way that you want. Before I had the lime in front, now the lime's behind, so it's up to you. Cute, that one's ready to go. And our last one is the blueberry. We'll slide those ones off. Again, put some liquid glue on the bottom and on the top. Attach the top of the can. The bottom of the can. Grab our cute little straw. Only on the bottom, add the glue. And stick them at an angle. If you do not have to worry about flipping over that tab for this soda can, you could just put the liquid glue right there and press down instead of having glue on there. So that's an option. Liquid glue in the back of this basic white. Again, kind of center top-ish. And the liquid glue is great because I did not put it on straight the first time. Look at that, it's just shimmying everywhere. It needs to dry. There we go. Okay, the blueberries are super cute. When you add the stems to this one, also with the stems, they die cut all of them at the same time. So that is perfect when you're making all of them. If you don't want to use all of the stems in one time, you're like, I don't need to cut all those out. You can totally just use a piece of paper that's large enough for what you're doing. Okay, so I'll put that there. Again, I'm gonna grab some dimensionals, but for this dimensional, I want to use a smaller piece. So I'm using an outline of the dimensionals instead of the full thing. So it makes it a little bit skinnier. Again, I'm not worried about it being white behind it showing because of the white that it's on top of. And we'll put that at a cute angle there. Oh my goodness, so cute. Okay, flip these over and add dimensionals to the back of these. So that way they're popping off as well. And this is where you can decide how many dimensionals you want. Ideally 5, so you have 2 on the top, 1 middle, 2 on the bottom. But I got away with making some with just 3 by doing 1, 2, and 3. And or if you just want a straight line down the center. So it's up to you how many dimensionals you want to use. Let's grab this and we're going to attach that to our mat. You can get away with this card and having just the basic white and not have that mat, but I liked this to be a little bit more sturdy. So that's why I used 2 pieces of cardstock for that part of this. So we're gonna go ahead and add some Stampin' Seal Plus, each corner in the center, flip it. Now this is a tricky part because it's no wiggle room with that Stampin' Seal Plus, so make sure you place it where you want it the first time. Pretty good. And now I just need to match to the bubbles, the colors we have to our soda. So I have my blueberry, which I'm glad I picked that one first. I like to usually start with my 2 outer sides first. Let's see if this is, nope. We want this one next. We want the Berry Burst, which totally sounds like a soda flavor, right? And we'll put that one on to go with our cute bubbles there. And lastly, our center one. And I like to do this one last so that way I give myself space in between. You want to see that? It's kind of equal spacing from there to there. About. Doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, all we have to do now is attach this guy to our card base. So my tip to you is to grab your either tear tape or your Stampin' Seal Plus. It needs to be strong adhesive because this is going to be moving a lot, and only putting adhesive underneath the score line. So I'm going to do 3 long strips of this, and I can even do a little bit more on each of these sides as well. The tricky part is make sure you lay it down nicely because this is strong adhesive and it will not forgive you if you try to rip it off. So what I like to do is go to the top where there is no adhesive yet and line it up where I want it to be there, and then carefully place it down. And that looks pretty good. And there we go. We've created this really cute easel card where you have it stamped on the inside, that cute saying, and we have all of those amazing soda cans right there. Just love this one. If you don't have this one yet, add it to your wish list. Grab it before Christmas. Play with it. If you're sick of Christmas, this is a great set to get to let your juices flowing as you create something a little different. All right, you guys, I hope you've had a fun time learning how to make these cards and have a great weekend. Happy stamping, everyone. Goodbye.